Now, forgive me, trigger warning, I'm going to talk about the Tiffany Teals. Why do we call them the Tiffany Teals? Because they represent 7 of the 10 richest electorates in the entire country. And these voters, well, you know, they had it hard. They had to decide whether they go to the cinema room or whether they go to the beach house after lockdown. So they went to Tiffany's and bought a lovely teal box, and inside it, a new MP. Now, remember, they are definitely not a political party.
As you know, Climate 200 was a donor to my campaign and to the campaign of several of the other independents around Australia. And Mr Holmes à Court is convener of Climate 200. He's not a part of the campaign team, and I don't anticipate that there'll be a whole lot of active engagement with him once I get to Canberra.
Very much leading as an independent, completely independently in what I do. So that's not the role for Climate 200 or any funder, frankly, because my community is expecting me to stand for my values.
Around $500,000 of that has come from Climate 200.
And it's quite a substantial amount.
It's a substantial amount of money that helps level the playing field for an independent.
I noticed that you referred to me as a Climate 200 backed candidate as we were signing on today. I mean, Laura, the reality is I'm a candidate who was backed by thousands of Australians, whether it was the thousands across my own electorate or I think it's about 12,500 that gave to Climate 200 now. So we're truly community independents.
Sure you are. But of course, despite the fact that they are 100% independent, it's all completely community, there's nothing connected apart from everything about the way that they operate, because there's now so many of them inside the federal parliament, guess what? They want to be treated like a political party. Now, Queen Zali was out there today suggesting that we need to make the parliament kinder, gentler, nicer, more wonderful. We have to have a female speaker. And we also need to have more opportunities for the Teals to be able to ask questions in question time. But you see, let me explain how this works. The only people who get the one turn are the 2 major parties because they are the parties of government. The crossbench is allowed 1 question per question time. Now, of course, they can completely keep these rules, and Labor are completely in charge because they don't need the Teals to pass anything. But if they decide to reform the parliament and give the crossbench more questions, that is all about denying the opposition an opportunity to ask questions. So which is it? Are you a political party that now has so many people on the floor of the parliament that you deserve to be treated like a party? Or are you a bunch of individuals who should be treated exactly the same as every independent during the history of the Australian Parliament? Oh, that's right. You get to make the rules up, don't you? And then remember, there was a scenario when Simon Holmes à Court said one of the reasons why they didn't run against any Labor MPs at the last election was because it was the Liberal Party that was in government. It's not philosophical.
Look, if the Labor Party had been in control for the last 9 years and had done nothing on these topics and in fact taken us backwards, then you would see these movements rising up in their seats.
Really? So in Victoria, the government is Labor, right? So are the Tiffany Teals going to be running against the Andrews government or any of its ministers or any of its... No. They've already announced that they're going to start trying to focus on Liberal MPs. Because it's all about trying to deny the Liberal Party an opportunity to be an opposition or a government. It's a hack. It'll probably work. But stop with the bullshit. Stop pretending that, oh, we're all individuals, but we should be treated like a party. We're not really about taking down the Liberal Party, but we're not going to run against the Labor Party. It's garbage. You know it. I know it. But the richest people amongst us don't care. They don't care because they've now got the United States of Radio National. Enjoy your own country, where I'm sure the national anthem will be, I don't know, some sort of self-loathing song from the 1990s.